Hello, Sarah Nation. How you doing today? All right. So the first thing I'm gonna check if the connection is working. So just give me a second. Okay, I just got one. There you go. How you guys doing today? Seems that it's not working on Insta. All right, perfect. We are live. So welcome, everybody. I am Sarah Xavier, creator and founder of Finance Babe. And for the past 2 weeks, I have been talking live. Uh, a live workshop is called Money Ascension Plan. And the goal for the Money Ascension Plan is so we can create the life that we want. So we can make a plan and be clear on our goals and also create a money ascension plan that is going to support our goals financially. And I'm going to review with you guys what we have been reviewing so far. And let me see how I can. I need to. There you go. There you go. So, welcome again. Create a strategic financial plan to achieve your money goals. And on the first week, we were talking about probably the most important part, which is the inward, right? The things that we needed to do inside of us in order to be clear about what we really want and establish in our heart what is it that we want to accomplish. A lot of times we put resolutions, which are things that we don't want to do, but we forget to talk about or to be clear about the things that we want to do. So that's why we don't do resolutions, but we actually put intentions and we put goals. That's the most important part. And we went over on the second week, we went over the money ascension plan. And I'm going to be clarifying a little bit more about this. I think that this is probably the part that is a little bit more difficult when it comes to reaching our goals, is that we are not clear how we are going to make this happen and the different things that are available to us to be able to reach that. And with the money ascension plan, the main goal that we want to achieve is to be organized, first of all, close the gap that is between our income and our expenses, or what is not allowing us, that is not aligned with our goals, and also be clear about what our priorities and values. And I'm going to touch a little bit more that in a moment about our priorities and values. Also, we have to create a fund, right, for a rainy day, in case something happened that we need to tap into certain amount of money. And I did mention last week that unfortunately a lot of people don't have not even $400 to their name in case of any emergency. And now that I mentioned that, I get a lot of my clients when I talk to them and I show them how I can transform their life, how they can actually achieve their goals. The money topic is probably one of the first things that come to the forefront. And it is not necessarily sometimes that we don't have the money, is that our priorities are not aligned with our goals and our values. And that's what can make a difference. That's what can make or break your year. If you align your intentions, your priorities with your values, then the money will appear. Because, for example, if somebody in your family has cancer and you need $10,000 in order to cover for the medication, trust me, you will find that money immediately within 24 hours, probably, right? So it is about our intention, it is about our priorities, where we put our values. Are we putting our values on ourselves, or are we putting our values on some other things? And then where can we find those, the short terms, mid terms, and long terms, and even becoming investors? And today, everything that I'm going to be talking about is income. So we are going to be touching about that, on that, in a little bit, a lot more. But I wanted to go back, on what we talked last week when it comes to priorities and values. And I have divided. There are many, but I have divided in four areas where your priorities and your values can be. The first one that I'm going to talk about is personal. Like probably when you look at your spendings, and you look at your statements, your bank statements, yeah, if you actually open your bank statements, I hope you do. When you see where your spendings are going, when it comes to personal, if that's where the majority of your money is going, and obviously we have the life, right? We have our life, where when it comes to, like, your the expenses that you need in order to maintain your livelihood, which I'm talking about roof, I'm talking about your food, right? And maybe even transportation that is going to get you to point A to point B in order for you to do your job, if you even need to do that, right? Now, when it comes to personal stuff, what I'm talking about is more about your clothing. It's more about hair, shoes. It's about your nails. It's about anything that has to do with personal stuff. If the heavy part of your expenses after your your needs are covered, if the second part of where your money is going is into personal stuff, then probably that's where your priorities and your values are. And I'm not including in personal, or in here, I'm not including investing in yourself. Warren Buffett actually said that the the best asset that you can have is investing in yourself. And he actually told that to Tony Robbins. If you guys have not heard about Unbreakable, that is coming out soon, with Tony Robbins, but he actually talked about that the best asset that we can have is when we invest in ourselves, because that's what's going to help us to, again, to grow or reach out the goals that we have. So if we're not investing in ourselves, when it comes to learning a skill, when it comes to starting a business, improve our life, our relationship, learn how to talk, learn how to communicate with others, understand other people. Because again, we are in the people business no matter what, if we want to. So that's separate from personal values, right? When you talk about personal, again, I'm just talking about things that are spendings for yourself, if that is heavy on that side. The other priorities and value could be family. Perhaps all of our time, and perhaps all of our expenses is prioritizing our family. So there's nothing wrong with that. But if that is not allowing you to achieve your other goals, or the things that you are trying to achieve, because you're spending all your time with your family, then in the end, it's going to affect your family too. Because remember, money touches everything you love. And if you are not putting the time right now to achieve the goals that are going to allow your family to have a legacy or to be protected, then that's going to, like, on balance, is going to, in the end, it's not going to help you. The third one is fun. Like, if when you see your expenses, your spendings are heavily on eating out and having dinner all the time, and maybe traveling everywhere, but then there are other things that are not that you're not achieving, because this is where your priorities and your values are going heavily, then that's another thing that we need to look into. And the fourth one is giving. If you are prioritizing everybody else but you, then that can be a problem too. So I just wanted to touch again on our priorities and values, Because if we are looking to reach certain goals when it comes to our future, right, then we have to see where are our spending going heavily, on which side of the scale. And then we want to either adjust that so we can actually plan for the future you. And so I I mentioned earlier that Warren Buffett says that investing in yourself is your most important asset, but he also mentioned another very important asset, and that's related to what I just mentioned, right? Investing in yourself is the most important asset. Why? Because when you invest in yourself, you get income. And there are two types of income, which is active income and passive income. And if you don't know the difference, I'm going to explain it right now. Active income is when you have to be there all the time in order to receive that income. If you in order for you to receive that income, you have to be actively performing a job. And then there's also passive income. Passive income is income that you will receive even if you're there or not. Even if you are working or not, that income is going to continue coming to you. So, which one sounds better? There's nothing wrong with either one, but for me, passive income sounds a lot better, right? When we receive passive income from different sources, even when we are not expecting it. And I'm going to show you today all the possible active and passive income that you can have. Because when people give me the excuse about the money or that I cannot afford it, the question is not about or the statement is not about I cannot afford it. The statement is how can I afford it? How can I afford to have that thing that I need or that thing that I want? So again, it's all about possibilities. It's all about priorities. Where are you putting your priorities and where are you putting where are the possibilities? And for that you need leadership as well. Because if you cannot, if you don't cannot set up the possibilities when it comes to your income, then there's a problem with leadership. You are not stepping up, you're not standing for yourself, you're not standing for your vision. Okay? So, as I mentioned again, there are two types of income, active and passive. And and this is what's going to allow us to have financial freedom. Because there's going to be a time that if you are constantly every single month working for transactional income, and if you cannot work at some point, that income will go away, then we need to reevaluate what are we doing with our lives. Because if in the end your goal is financial freedom, then you need to have your income plus the interest that is coming from that income in order for you to be able to cover your expenses and your lifestyle. Unfortunately, a lot of times we focus on the bare minimum, or we're just focusing on just enough because we're thinking, oh, social security, in the end, I'm going to have social security. In the end, I'm going to have a pension. And to so many people, surprise, they have lost their pension because the company were not able to continually afford it anymore because they were still paying for people from previous pensions. So they were using the funds of a lot of people that were accumulating their pension in order to pay the people in the past, because they thought that the baby boomers were not going to be living for that long. Same thing is happening with social security. I'm not saying that social security is going to go away. We don't know at the moment, but it has happened. There are countries that, unfortunately, that benefit was gone, it was depleted. So we cannot we cannot be expecting that the government is going to save us. We cannot be expecting that we are going to get certain income. We have to plan right now what is it that we need to do in order to achieve the lifestyle that we want, or maintain the lifestyle that we already have, right? In order for us to be able to continue living. And the reality is, a lot of people, their biggest fear is running out of money after they retire. And that is a big reality. And a lot of jobs are going away. If you guys have not noticing, but AI is here. AI is here. Self-driving cars are here. So a lot of people that are working side hustles like Uber, DoorDash, truck drivers, they might not need a person anymore in the very close near future. Copywriters, you're now with machines writing everything for you, even books. Then how you, a lot of the copywriters are losing their business. So what is your plan B? How can you get more income? What are the possibilities? What are the different ways that you can get income? For example, in my case, I get income in 13 different ways. 13. And it's growing every single time. So that helps me, right? Because when one thing is down or not working, right, then I'm getting income from another sources. That's why I always say, or I always tell my client to save, to invest, but invest uh, constantly, but invest broadly. Like they said, you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket, right? Because of this, that is that same reason. So I'm going to review with you guys today all the different types of incomes that are possible. And the first one is a given, right? Which is employment income. And I forgot the L on that one. But employment income, a lot of people has jobs, right? And they work, their employers have decided what they're worth, and they know that if they work certain amount of hours doing certain type of job, they will get certain type of income. But again, when it comes to employment income, it could be you might have been in the same industry for a long time. It could be prosperous, but then there might be times that it might not be as prosperous. And unfortunately, we are seeing same numbers as we saw back in 2008, but there's other components that are actually affecting us even more now, which is inflation. I'm pretty sure that you guys have seen the inflation, but you guys also have seen the shrinkflation, right? You're paying either the same or more for less product. The supply chains, there's a lot of products that are limited because of that. Also, the aside from the inflation, the inflation, the pay gaps, a lot of corporations, technology, right? They are letting go a lot of employees, very capable employees. They have great, you know, great salaries. They have probably master degrees, but that doesn't matter when your employer have to let you go. The other type of income is 1099. The advantage of that is that you decide, it's a little bit more flexible when it comes to taxes, right? If you plan it the right way, but they are 1099 income. The other one is salary. If you have already agreed with an employer to a specific salary. Now, one of my favorite incomes is affiliate income, affiliates commission. So when you partner with somebody else that has a product and you promote that product to your audience and to other people, you don't have to create the product. You don't have to you don't have to create a product. You don't have to be investing in a lot of marketing or anything like that, because everything has been prepared for you. And when you promote that product, you actually get paid a portion of the cost of that product. So that's probably one of my favorite ways, because it's constant money coming in, right? That's one of the best. The other that is probably one of my favorites is real estate. So when you have either commercial or investment, or aside from commercial, you also have personal real estate, then you can also uh, make money. Now real estate is down this right now, so if you know how to buy during this time, you can also profit from that. But make sure that you get training on that, right? But this is probably the perfect timing to start buying real estate for investment. And I'm not talking about the primary residence, right? I'm talking about investment property. The other one is network marketing. During times like this, that's when network marketing also start to progress, because people are looking for alternative because they cannot find a job. So they start network marketing as a hustle. Again, you don't have to create a product. All you have to do is show other people the product. And if they like it, they will buy from you. You will make a small commission. Yes, it is a small commission. And sometimes you have to sell a lot of volume in order to really make a living in network marketing or direct sales. Notes. Notes is when you lend money to other people and you make a commission from that, right? Instead of have that person having a lender, you become the lender, which is great. Rights, or REITs, those are when you invest with a group of people in real estate without having to purchase the property. So they buy the property, and you just invest and get commissions from that. Stocks and bonds, again, you have to know how to work this, because they can go up, they can go down. And if you don't understand the market, how to benefit on the up and also how to make money on the downs, then you can lose your money. So but that's another great way to make money. Capital gains, dividend income, like when you invest in stocks or in other form of there are other form of investments where you can also get dividends from that income, and it can be either reinvest again in what you're investing, or you can actually profit from that. Rents, when you have investment properties and you get rent from your tenants. The other one is Airbnb and VRBO. You don't even need to own a property in order to benefit from this type of investment. You can actually make arrangement with the owner of a home and create an Airbnb, and you just pay the owner a portion and you get the other portion on the Airbnb and VRBO. So again, all those things are possibilities at the moment. Alimony, trust funds, Amazon FBA. And I'm going to talk about a couple of things about Amazon, because I put Amazon FBA, Amazon Kindle, and Amazon affiliates, but there are more. One second. So if you learn how to do Amazon FBA and you know how to do it the right way, you will be able to profit a lot from that, right? The fulfillment. You also can benefit from Amazon Kindle by creating books. And again, you don't even have to write it. You can have a computer write the books these days, and all you have to do is put it on Kindle and sell them. Again, you will make a small portion, but hey, little by little, it can grow into more. Also, Amazon affiliates. Amazon affiliates is when you also sell other people's products and you get a little bit of that, a portion from that. Same thing. The other thing that you can do is you can record audiobooks. Amazon also own another company when you where you can be a freelancer, and that's the other one that I mentioned there, where you can be a freelancer and record books, and you get paid for that. I mentioned stocks and bonds. Crypto is part of it. Again, if you know how to do it, you can benefit on the ups and on in the downs. Child support, social security, pensions, annuities. That's another great way that you can benefit of have income, especially if you are the late part of your about to retire. You can put a portion of that, and you will be able to have income for the rest of your life. Freelancing, aside from what I mentioned on writing books and Amazon affiliates, etc. Freelancing, there are many ways that you can actually use your skills in order to make money by doing certain things for other people, like virtual assistant, like creating graphics, creating books, notebooks. There's a lot of ways. Sorry, you can sell things on eBay. You might have, probably, if you do an April cleaning or any time in your home, there might be things that you're not even using where you can actually sell and make money. Royalties. So royalty is when you become an author as well, and you get a portion of the every sale of that book. That's called royalty. Same thing with music. If you create your own music, your own lyrics, you can actually sell those things and have income for life with that. Residual income. There are many ways that you can get residual income. There are trail income, renewals income. This is especially for the people in the financial industry, in the insurance industry. Recurring income, bonuses. Like, there's a lot of companies that when you are independent like that, you can get all of these type of incomes. IULs, when you use your life insurance cash value and you use that as income as well. Selling online programs, which is what I'm showing you right now here with the MAP workshop, and showing you the actual training and doing it live right now. But then also, this is going to go into a vault where people will be able to have access at any time in order to learn from that. And I'm including other bonuses, and like the Money Ascension Planner, that the people that are watching live don't have access to it. But if you want to have access to it, all you have to do is get the workshop, and then you will be able to have the Money Ascension Planner that is going to help you to reach your goals this year and live the life that you deserve, of course. And then use your skills to educate other people. When you have certain skills, and a lot of times we minimize our accomplishments. We feel that we are not enough when it comes to what we have to give other people. So we refrain from selling, or we are afraid of what people could think about what we talk about, or what we have to show them. But if you actually see your skills, or if you're not sure, ask other people about what they think about your skills. You will be able to sell the skills, educate other people in that skill, create coaching programs, create educational videos. There's so many things that you can do. And finally, partnerships. Most of my mentors, once they already have their income, they keep investing in other businesses. So now you're not only an investor in real estate, but now you can become an investor by buying other people's businesses or by investing in their businesses, so you can keep profiting. So again, there's so many ways that you can make income. The possibilities are endless. But if you're only counting on your job, if you're only counting on the government, if you're only counting on those things without you putting an effort of what can you do to improve your life, to change your life, to make it better, to achieve your goals, then what are you going to do? Because again, we are at the same in the same area gray area that we were back in 2008. And this is the time where opportunities occur. Now it is up to you to ride that wave, to ride that wave of opportunities. So again, there's no reason that you are not where you want to be. And there's no reason that by December 31st this year, you have not accomplished the things that you wanted to accomplish. And you can you can try to do it on your own, but how has that worked in the past? You can buy a program that, a group program that doesn't give you that interaction, that personal interaction that is gonna focus just on you. You can do that as well, but that doesn't mean that you're gonna have the same success that you're wanting, that you're aspiring. And if you but if you want to accelerate your success, you have many options. You can, one of the options, I'm giving it to you right here, which is by doing a VIP day. If you want to create that money ascension plan and be set up and be clear through, from in one day by accelerating that, then let's talk about my VIP day. If There are many ways that you can do the VIP day. You can do it virtually, or you can do it in person. You can come, we can meet for 8 hours, and we can talk about all of these goals, and we can get clarity on all of them, and we can create a financial plan, or we can do it virtually as well. And I have been able to help a lot of my clients with that. So it's one full day where we can plan your 3 months, 6 months, 12 months on how we are going to achieve that goal, that end goal that you have. Also, we are going to find out where is the gap between your money and having money, because a lot of people make money. But if by the end of the month you're trying to figure out where did my money go, then that's an issue, right? And we want to align your income, your heart, your mindset with your priorities and value and your bank accounts, right? And we want to identify what are those behaviors and blocks that are stopping you from having the results you want. And a lot of times, we are the first one to put blocks in our success. We are the first one to put blocks in reaching those goals. Why? Because we lack leadership, because we are not clear, we are not stepping out for ourselves, we are not stepping out for our vision. And as I mentioned, there are two ways that we can do this. We can do a private day online, or we can do it in person. And I'm adding certain bonuses. Obviously, there's a lot more, but we will have the first thing that we will have is a 30-minute prep call for the VIP. If it's in person, you will have the hotel accommodations. If it's in person, that is including a lunch and a dinner. It will also include tech support for the first 30 days and a private call every 3 months, because we want to make sure that we are aligned, right? That sometimes the GPS goes is going the wrong way, so we have to reroute our guides, right? So that's one thing that we want to do. And again, we want to also find out what is our financial freedom number. One of the things that a lot of my clients are having, they're not accelerating their progress, is because, again, they don't understand what their financial freedom number is. They think they know, but unfortunately they don't. So we will be able to find out what is your financial freedom number, and also find other ways that we can protect our asset, protect our wealth, protect us from inflation, protect us from government downturns, protect from stocks and market downturns. That's what I meant. So again, there are a lot of ways. And today was a little bit shorter than the other days. But if you guys have any questions, please feel free. to put it in the comments. Unfortunately, I cannot see them right now, but I will be able to see them after at the end of the live stream. And if you want to, let me stop this share. There you go. And if you want to talk to me directly on how I can help you with your goals, with your financial goals, don't hesitate to contact me. And let me show you the where you can get a hold of me. Obviously, it's financebabe.com. You can check my calendar, make an appointment, and then we'll talk if the VIP is a good fit for you, or if you might need something a little bit different. That's what I'm here to be able to help you with anything that you need. So again, this is Sarah Xavier, creator and founder of Finance Babe. One thing that I want to mention, so when 2008 happened, I was making a lot of money. I felt very secure. Unfortunately, at that time, I didn't have a plan B. And when that rug was pulled from under me, I didn't understand what was happening. I really didn't. And I at that time, I was depending on corporate America or an employer. And then second of all, I didn't have a plan B. I didn't have it. I didn't have a side hustle. I didn't have other businesses. I didn't have other streams of income. I only have one stream of income. So if you get, so I learned the hard way what could happen if you are not prepared. But today, there's no excuse. Like there are so many ways that you can actually prepare for what is already happening right now. The first one is that you cannot be in denial of what is happening. If when somebody approach you about what is happening and you said you're so negative or this or that, but at the same time you're not prepared, then then you are in denial. It doesn't mean that that person necessarily is negative. It could be, but it doesn't necessarily mean that. But it means that they want you to be prepared for what is coming. And if you have everything set up the way you want it and the way that is going to protect your family, protect your legacy, protect your wealth, then you're fine, right? But if you're not and you're trying to avoid it, you're trying to avoid opening your bank account, if you're to see your balance, if you're avoiding the bills that are coming, if you are not prioritizing yourself, then I feel scared for you. I am not only scared, but I am concerned, right? If you are not looking for ways to better your life at this moment. Anyway, so I wanted to share that with you. Obviously, it's not happening anymore. Now I am prepared, and because I am prepared, and because I went through what I went through in 2008, I don't want that to happen to you. I want you to be prepared too. And I want you to have the options that I didn't understand that I had at that time. But thank God that, I have great mentors that put me under their wings and help me to understand all of these things. So I want the same for you. That's my way to pay it forward. And that's my way where I help my clients. So you guys have a great day. Actually, make it a great day. And next week, we're not doing the last math workshop. It's going to be the week after, the first week of February, which is in this case, the first Wednesday of February, which is in this case, February 1st. Talk to you guys soon. Make it a great day.